Hi, this is the third video in our series on how to use Latent GOLD. In this video, I'll be talking about the data files the Latent GOLD can use and how to work with the different kinds of save files. First, I have here on the desktop two data files. The first is an SPSS save file containing data for analysis. If I click on it and open it in SPSS, you can see the names of the variables at the top of the sheet. I can also click on the Variables tab at the bottom and see the descriptions of each variable, the value labels, and so on. If I switch over and open that same data file in Latent GOLD, then open the GUI, you can see that the software has read those variable names. Latent GOLD can also read data from text formats. I'm going to open this diabetes.dat file and show you that the name of the variables are included in the data file as the top row. If I go to Latent GOLD and go to File and Open, I get a dialog box that includes this diabetes.dat file. But also at the bottom of the dialog box, there is a delimiter drop-down menu where you can specify the properties of the data file. Latent GOLD can read in files where the values are separated by tabs, by commas, or by any amount of spaces. Opening the DAT file and opening the GUI, you can see that the variable names have been imported. Latent GOLD also uses long format data. These are files where individuals have multiple rows of data, usually for data that has been collected on different occasions. In the next video, we'll talk about how to specify an ID variable in Latent GOLD so the software can link the different rows of data to the same individual. Another data format that Latent GOLD can interpret is one with case weights. In this file, the FRQ variable describes how many people in the sample gave each response pattern. For example, 419 individuals gave the response pattern 1, 1, 1, 1. Only 2 people gave the response pattern 1, 1, 1, 3. In the next video, I'll explain how to specify a frequency variable in Latent GOLD when using this kind of format, which compresses large data sets into smaller files. Now let's talk about save files. In order to do that, I'm going to estimate a couple of latent class cluster models. The first thing you might want to save is the output. Select a particular output listing. I'm going to choose Profile. Then go to File and Save Results. Select a location, give the file a name, then choose whether you would like to save it as a text or as HTML. I'm choosing a text file, but both formats include the same information. Opening the save file, you can see the information is the same as the profile output. If you want to save all of the output listings from one model, not just the profile, you have two options. The first is to click on the name of the model to highlight it, then go to File and Save Results. The other option is, no matter which output is highlighted, in the Save Results dialog box, go to the bottom and select Model Views. If you want all output from all the models using a given data file, you can either highlight the name of the data file, then go to File and Save Results, or you can open up the dialog box and select All Views. Now if I click Save and then open the save file, it includes all of the output from all of the models. Fortunately, you don't always need to save all the data in these text or HTML files. You can store the model specifications directly and use them later to re-estimate the model. To do this, highlight the model you want to save and go to File and Save Definition. Notice that it will be saved as a .lgf file. When I go to File, Open, and choose the LGF file, a new model appears in the outline pane. This is identical to the one that I saved, but it has not yet been estimated. If I open the GUI, I can choose to make modifications if I like, or just click on Estimate. It's also possible to save many model definitions in a single file. If I go back to the first set I was working with and highlight the name of the data file, then choose File and Save Definition, I can save a single LGF. But when I open it, all of the models will be included in the outline pane. To rerun all of them quickly, I can highlight them one by one and then click the triangular play button at the top. If you are working with Latent GOLD syntax, there is an additional type of save file called .lgs. If I generate some syntax, then estimate the model, then go to File and Save Syntax, I can create an LGS file. If I open the LGS file in a text editor, it shows the actual syntax. So you can edit it here or in Latent GOLD. Then if I open the LGS file, it appears in a new model tree in the outline pane. I can make modifications if necessary, or just click the Estimate button. The LGS files are similar to LGF files in that you can save multiple models at the same time and reopen them together. There is one difference between saving the model definition and saving the syntax, a difference that will be relevant to some users. The LGF files include the seed that produced the best model. So when you open and rerun a model, you will get the same results unless you specifically choose to change the seed. The LGS files do not save the best seed, and so rerunning the models might produce different results if there are local solutions. It is possible to save the parameters of the best solution inside syntax. If all of this doesn't mean anything to you yet, don't worry. We'll be talking about random seeds, local solutions, and how you can use save parameters to score new cases in future videos. Thanks for watching. You can click the link on the right to go to the next video, which is about how to estimate simple cluster models.